Hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Do apologize for the delay there. Had to get some coffee, or actually some milk tea, rather. A little boba milk tea. Yes, indeed. Also, I had to reload the sim in hopes that my Bruder yoke would connect to the aircraft. Nope, doesn't work. I'm starting to think it's a 727 issue. So that is strike one for the FSS 727. Something's jacked up with it talking to CLS to sim. It works sometimes, and then like before when I was testing it, it was working just fine, and now it won't even connect. And I think what I have to do is load into a different aircraft, connect the sim, and then maybe I don't know. This is the biggest pain with force feedback yokes with CLS to sim. It's just outdated. It's old. It's great, but man, it's a pain in the butt. Moza flight sim yoke. When we might actually, I might fly this with the Moza. We'll see. But because the FSS is broken, we're here in a preview build, a sneak peek build of the Bluebird 767. So, this is a 767 from Bluebird Sim. This is a pre-alpha release that we are going to showcase today, going from Victorville up to Oakland, California. Hope you guys are excited to see this one. This is it's going to be fun. Now, keep in mind everything that you see here is a work in progress and completely not what you think it is. So, yeah, we're back in the 727. Here it is. Don't clip that. Don't get me in trouble. I don't have anything from Bluebird. This is what we got today. This is what we got. I got some of you, though. I think I got a few of you in chat. I think I got a few of you. Hit the like button if I got you on that one. All right, we are in the 7.2 though. No jokes. No nothing. No tomfoolery here. How about this livery though? Flying Tigers. Flying Tiger Airlines, FTL, call sign Tiger. I mean, it's up there with Rocketeer. I mean, it's a great call sign. Great livery on the 727. Becoming one of my favorite. The brushed aluminum, all the grime on the tail, absolutely awesome. The only thing is I don't know too much about this airline, other than they eventually merged into what, UPS or FedEx, one of the major carriers. They had quite a few aircraft. They had 7.2s, Lockheeds. They had all kinds of stuff. There's a famous flight. One went missing over the ocean somewhere. So there's quite a bit of history. Flying Tiger Airlines does have quite a deep history. Or rich history, rather. But we're going to be operating a charter flight from Victorville, California. This is the Montgomery Exometry, I think, Victorville. I just picked it up before the stream because I figured if this doesn't work out, we're going to park the 727 here for the rest of its lifetime until we get some bug fixes. But this is a pretty interesting airport. If you want to do logistics, major logistic airport, obviously they parked a lot of jets here. Max of this looks like a COVID ramp during the peak of COVID. Got a lot of airplanes parked out here. Those might be the old, what, 500s? I'm not sure what all those Southwest models are. Those 500s? What are these? 300s? The pylons aren't painted, so that's like a classic, right? But it's got winglets. So anyway, pretty neat little logistical airport. I'm glad I picked it up because I think we can do some more freight ops in and out of here, depending on how today goes. But just look at this 727. So much juice. Those are 700s back there. All right. So anyway, who's ready to get this show on the road? Like I said, one strike already. Team Vodka, you have your CLS to sim working. Whenever I go connect to the aircraft, it says cannot connect to simulation. So I don't know why that is. It just says cannot connect. It's initialized and everything, but it just won't connect to the simulation. I've restarted the sim, restarted CLS to sim, so I basically have a dead. I mean, I have a yoke that's just acting like a spring-driven yoke, but oh well. Let's go ahead and fire this puppy up. It's been a while since I've flown this airplane. The last time we flew it, we rage quit due to some issues of the airplane, and also just the office was just collapsing and everything was getting dark. But we're going to have a fresh slate, minus one strike. I am aware that the heading bug does not work with my honeycomb heading mode selector, which is a massive pet peeve of mine. And I am also still aware that the flap sounds still do not work, which is another massive pet peeve of mine. I had one of the best flap sounds in the sim. They're completely gone. I don't know what happened with it, but the negatives out of the way. The positive today is that we have the FTSim JT8D Soundpack. Now, I haven't done a full flight with this to hear these engines. I've actually was pretty positive on the FSS sounds in the cockpit. What I wanted different was external sounds. Now, I believe this is both external and internal sound replacement. So we'll take a listen together. We'll see how it is. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit over-enhanced in the cockpit, just kind of like how FTSim typically has their sounds a little over-enhanced. But, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. We'll see. We'll see. We'll leave it to you guys to be the judge. So I don't remember how to fly this thing. We're going to try our best to get it fired up here. So let's come over to our flight engineer panel. We'll get the battery switch on. With the battery switch on, we're going to do an APU start right out of the gate. So we'll go ahead and turn on, we don't need to turn on a boost pump though. It automatically takes its fuel from the wing tank, so that's good. We will go ahead and do a fire test. I'll reset once and reset twice. And let's go ahead and power up the APU, and then we'll start the APU motor, which will spin on up here. Love this livery though. Man, it's good. You don't either what? Sometimes SimConnect doesn't work if you have lots of stuff connected. I don't have lots of stuff connected. And it was working when I made that thumbnail to take that screenshot, Team Vodka. So I don't know what's up with it. And like I just restarted the sim and it still didn't work. I want to say it has to do with my SATEC radio panel. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre, man. I can't figure it out. Sounds like our APU is up to speed just about. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and close the generator. There we go. We've got APU on generator. We will go APU there. That looks good. We will turn on the galley power 1. Checking our volts and battery. Okay, so we're not discharging. We'll keep that on the essential TR. That looks good. Let's go ahead and open the cooling doors full open on the ground here. Let me turn the sim down a little bit. Is the sim too loud for y'all? Let's open these up. We'll work our way down the flight engineer panel here, and then we'll get the airplane fired up. Short flight. I'm going to load the INS just to see if it works. But Blackbird Controls dropping a $20 super chat. Blackbird Controls, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Very kind of you. If you want a longtime subscriber and former flight sim dev, James V started a controls company. I made a 727 throttle set for the Honeycomb Bravo that kicks the crap out of the competition. I'd like to send one to you. Blackbird Controls? Ooh. Go ahead and send me a DM, man. I would absolutely love to check out a 727 throttle set for the Honeycomb Bravo, my friend. Send me a DM in the Discord, or go to just send me an email. I will be looking for your email. I would love to try that out, man. Absolutely. I'm just running the stock Honeycomb levers for this flight, but I would absolutely love that. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. And thanks for hanging out with us and enjoying the content, man. Appreciate you. All right, that's up and running. We will come back to that. We got this looks different here. We got main cargo smoke enunciator. I think that's new, right? There's a couple of new things that have been added here. We'll go ahead and get a fuel tank pump on each. That looks good. We will go here. And then we'll actually do system A, B, then we'll come up here. We'll do this. We'll come back over here. We don't need, actually, we'll keep B pressurized because we're going to open the cargo door here real quick. So let's come over here. Let's power up the panel. And let's go ahead and open it up. No active pause today, please. No active pause. Blackbird. Either DM me or just send me an email, my man. Go to my About page on the channel. Ooh, that door is loud. I didn't mean to do that. Guess we can open this door while we're at it. Get some fresh air in here. Just waiting for that door to fully open. Right about... Man, that's loud. There. All right. Door is open. We will go ahead and depower that for safety purposes. Coming over here, we'll kill that out. We'll do magic barrel ref. We'll come down to the INS. We'll go standby pause. Then we come back up to the overhead. We'll arm those. We'll turn on the nav lights as we get ready for... our alignment, and 2026 is the squawk while I'm looking at it. We'll do 2026, Now, I believe FTSim is only engine sounds, so everything else should still be the traditional FSS sounds. So click swats and all that. 202 up there in the squawk. That looks good. And ready to go. Agent the Batal. Thanks for the 4 months of support, man. Appreciate you. Keep it up, Mr. V1. Hey, I'm going to try, my man. I'm going to try. All right. The crawling to the cargo hold might be my favorite part of these 727 streams. Yeah, that little door back there, it's pretty neat. How it just pulls that little panel off. All right, let's pull this out. That looks good. And then let's come down here and let me pull up Navigraph. And I didn't even look at the waypoints for this one. I made our own flight plan. It's a simple flight plan. We are going to 2 fixes, Victorville, Palmdale, Gorman, GMN, and then we're on the arrival into Oakland. If you look at the arrival, the only one we can file is the Pinoche 6. It's the non-RNAV. I like this arrival because we don't have to really have any INS. So I'm only going to put in 2 or 3 waypoints in the box here to get us going. And then we will just fly conventional nav with our VORs. Hopefully our VORs work. So we do have to initialize some basic things, though, on the aircraft. So we will go back to our regular... let's go ahead and hide that. Let's come on, wait, no, flights. Let's do the OFP, and let's do our pause and knit here on the field. So I'm going to highlight this so I can see where we're at. We'll do empty square or solid. Yeah, empty square. Victorville. Nope. That's where we're going to start, and then we're going to change the color. We'll do Palmdale. We'll do Gorman. We're not going to do the fixes in between. We'll just do the VORs. We'll do Pinoche. And then we'll do the Oakland Airport, which will make that red as well. That way we have a very quick and dirty set of INS coordinates here. So we're going to move this over to the position. And we're going to go ahead and insert our position here, located at, this is not going to be super accurate, we're not at a stand, but it'll be close enough. 34357, insert, and we're also at west 117230, insert. And now we can go ahead and move this over to desired track and align, and it's going to start aligning. While it's in the align phase, I'm going to come over to waypoints. We'll go to waypoint 1, and let's go ahead and put in Palmdale. Yeah, I don't think I'll pick up Pinoche from Gorman Team Vodka, so I'm gonna load up both those waypoints. Oops. Oh wow, you could just click squares? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. All right. Palmdale will be our first waypoint, located at north 3437. 3437.9, insert, followed by west 11803.8. 11803.8, check. Waypoint 2, Gorman, north 34482. 3448.2, insert, followed by west 11851.7, insert. Boom. The next one we will load is, how do I stop drawing on you? There we go. Let's come down here. Pinoche VOR will be waypoint 3, located at north 3642.9, insert, followed by west 12046.7, check. Waypoint 4 will be our destination of Oakland, located at north 3743.3, insert, followed by west 12213.3, 12213.3, insert. Waypoint 4 is our go-to. Everything looks good. Back to waypoint 1. If we screwed it up, I blame you, chat. Let's also look at the basic taxi diagram out of here for Victorville. Weather right now, it's 210 at 3, so we'll blast off at a runway 21. So we'll basically come down Charlie Alpha to 21 here. We'll take off this departure. I don't know, is there a SID out of here? No SID, so we'll basically have to go direct to the first VOR, which is going to be on our chart here of Palmdale, which we will load in as 115.55. And before we do all that, before I forget, let's come back. Ooh, love the sun coming off that. Let's go ahead and get the master switch on, both of those. And we can also turn on the, we got the bleeds open. Let's turn the packs 1 and 2 on. All right, looking at our flight altitude, we're going up to 28,000 feet. Landing altitude is going to be 100. That is set. Standby, we don't have to set that, right? Somebody was saying something about that. I forget what we're supposed to do. This is for standby only, right? At 28,000 feet, standby is 2.8 pressure. So I don't think you have to set that, though. I think you set that to something else. Because this is the standby. We're going to be in automatic mode, hopefully. All right, so 100 feet on the field elevation. That all looks good. Forward entry, upper cargo, and APU are all running. That looks good. We don't need the hydraulic system B anymore. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Fuel, let's go ahead and actually start that. I never hit that. We did download. That's going to take 9 minutes. Let's go ahead and do the loading and the loading. And we'll let that count down. Go to our takeoff speeds. Victorville will be runway 21. Magic Barrel Ref is 29er, 89er 4. Maximum runway takeoff weight 178. If we look at our perf, we'll have to make sure we're below that once we get up there, but it's going to go ahead and load up. I might fast this one. We might just wait the 5 minutes, but we might let this go all the way. So I think that's going to be real time. So we'll leave that. Let's put Victorville in here. And then we can also load up Oakland because, man, I need some sunglasses. Is there a sun visor in here? I don't think there is there? We need some sunglasses. Oakland Star Pinoche 6. I'm going to load this one up early because that's going to have us, that's going to basically guide us all the way down. Victorville taxi diagram, we'll keep this one out. And we'll full screen it. We'll go back to the pre-flight. And now we need to load up our VORs. VOR, our first one. If we look here at our nav radios, Palmdale is 115.5. So nav 1, we'll put 115.5. We'll make it active on 1 as well. After Palmdale, we need to head over to Gorman at 16.1. So we'll have that standby nav 1. And we'll have that standby nav 2. We'll flip that once we get airborne. So 15.5, 16.1, that looks good. Eventually we'll tune in Pinoche, which is way up the line here. I have a direct line. Is there an airway we could take? I tell you what, let's go to Avenal. Can I add that to route? Yeah, let's add. Hold on, cancel. Avenal VOR. I want to add it after Gorman. There we go. And then, oh, that's kind of messed up. We'll have 17.1 ready to go. I don't think we'll be able to get Pinoche direct. So if we can't get Pinoche, which is up here, we'll just go to Avenal first, 17.1. There we go. Fubar, what's up, man? Welcome. All right, but that all looks pretty good. It's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty simple flight plan. Let's set our top altitude. We're going up to flight level 280. 280 is set. I need to turn on some lights here on these panels. Forward panel light. There we go. Let's turn you up a little bit. And how about left side? Yeah. We'll leave the FO in the dark. That's fine. All right. That all looks good. You can do your window test and all that. We're going to skip that for the time being. 2026 in the squawk. Our nav light is on. Come back over to the flight engineer panel. Everything looks good over here. Our fuel is balanced and it looks like it's almost done. Yeah, it's almost done. So I'm going to zip forward the cargo. We'll wait another 90 seconds for the fuel, and then we'll close up, power back, and get out of here. I'm allergic to the fluorescent light training. I am. Fluorescent light is it. The only fluorescent light in any sim that I've ever flown that was awesome. IXEG 737 Classic X-Plane 11. When you turned on the fluorescent light, you heard the tick, 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 and you could hear it rattling and coming to life. The IXEG in its prime on X-Plane 11 was one of, if not my favorite airplane for a very long time. Just that airplane, when I would, and that was really before I started streaming. And so what I would do before streaming became a normal thing for me is I would still fly, not online, obviously, because I was a streamer. I would consider myself a simmer, but I would get up in the morning, depending on our schedules, the wife and I mean, she'd go to work super early and I'd be off during the middle of the week, right? So I'd get up, make coffee, and I'd go pre-flight my IXEG, start it up, and I always loved early morning flipping that fluorescent light on, have breakfast, hang out with the wife, she'd go off to work, I'd take off, I'd fly the IXEG, and then do whatever I need to do there in the morning, go work out, come back, land, and then that's pretty much how my days always started. That was the one airplane that I almost always started up just out of habit. I loved having a fresh cup of coffee, IXEG 737. That's how my days started. And Jeremy, yes, good to see you. Yeah, in the prime time of IXEG, the sound set for that airplane was phenomenal. And not just engine sounds, every sound, Jeremy. Like the switches had the right volume levels. Like I mentioned, the fluorescent light. You could hear the fluorescent light ticking on and coming up and flickering. Everything. Flyby sounds. Awesome. But yeah, in its prime, it was a hell of an airplane. Absolutely loved it. Man, this livery, though, is looking pretty good. All right, we should be just about done. We are finished. Okay, so what do we got here? Gross weight is 146.8. Let's go to our takeoff speeds. We're below the min takeoff. So we'll go ahead and set EPR. We'll set speeds. We will close that. I cannot believe my yoke is not connecting. It is so... It just makes me so upset. That's like one of the best parts about flying this airplane is having my force feedback. Early morning simming just hits different. 350 smooth. I agree with you, man. X-Plane, imagine. Yeah, well, that was the only option we had. Hey, isn't there supposed to be some like reveals of 2024 this week? Is that what y'all were talking about in the last stream? I wonder, Team Vodka, if I disconnect my SATEC radio panel. Does anybody remember what the SATEC radio... Oh my gosh, that scared me. Yeah, remember what the SATEC radio software is? I can never think of the name, and it like runs in the background. And if I exit out of that, I wonder... It's Logitech, it's under Logitech. Simlink, maybe, you're right. Simlink? I don't have Simlink running, though. Don't have Simlink. Logitech. Here we go. Hold on. Logitech Microsoft Flight Simulator plugin. That's the one. So if I can end that... Hold on. It's probably an AMD issue, Al. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Al. AMD is dead to me. All right, Logitech Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to end that task. Now, if this works, this is then I take back the strike on the FSS. All right, so I'm going to reconnect the Brunner. We shall see. Al, I got a tournament on Roberts this weekend, man. I think someone caught a 10-pounder out of there last week. All right, so we are connected. Let's go ahead and initialize said yoke. All right, yoke is initialized. And hold your breath, cross your fingers, connect to sim. Not connected. Cannot connect to simulation. Why on earth? I have no idea why that won't connect to simulation, man. No, I've tried. I guess we'll plug in everything else. What was that? Okay. Radios are on. Let's go ahead and turn on VHF 1. VHF, we don't need VHF 2. That looks good. We're going to hit the green ready light. We're 0 for 5. We'll move this over to distance and time. And nav in position. We are ready to go. All right, chat. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and turn the beacon on. We got our windows open for start. 1 fuel tank pump in each wing. Hydraulics are off. Doors are closed. No, they're not. Let's go ahead and close that main cabin door. Forward entry door is closed. We'll pull the cones. We'll pull the chocks. And now, brakes are set. Let's fire them up. Let's see if these start sounds are any different. So we're going to go ahead and turn the packs off. 1, 2, 3 bleeds are open. Uncover the guards. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and ground engine 1. Rotation. Default start sounds were better. Who said Ray Roberts is greater than Louisville? You're crazy. All right, start sounds are kind of mid. The start sounds on the default start were the best sounds that FSS had. We're going to try a start from external. We're going to try an external start on number 3 here. So let me reset my camera so I can go right back out there. Yep, okay, so we're set up. Let's go ahead and ground engine 3. Pretty underwhelming there. Waiting for max motoring. How's it sound from? Ooh, maybe we should do it from in here. I tell you what, let's see if we can get a light off sound. Nah. 1835 for COM 1, thank you. Alright, I mean, so right now the start sounds go to FSS. We'll go ahead and ground number 2, get the last one rolling. So start sounds, FSS is better than FT Sim. I love this livery, man. Even that white nose. Taking a while to motor up. There we go. 22. That's max motoring. Number 2. Here we go. Good afternoon. I always appreciate FTSim Soundpack, but I think he took the term Whisperjet a little too seriously. Flight sim guy, yeah. The JT8Ds are very distinct in how they sound. I just don't think this is the best recording. Here's the thing. A 727, I'm sure he's got like MD80 sounds, right, that he's using. A 727 to get sounds from is almost impossible now, I would imagine. I didn't think the default ones were bad. I just think the default external was not up to par. All right, there's 3 good starts. We'll go ahead and close that. We'll go ahead and come over here to our generators. So we're going to go ahead and move this to Gen 1, which is synced by default now, I guess. So we'll go ahead and close that. Transfer it over. Gen 2. Change the way the lights look. And then we'll look at Gen 3. They're synced up. So we'll close, move you back to Gen 2, put you on Gen 2, Galley Power 2. That all looks good. We'll leave you on Essential TR. We'll get the rest of our fuel tank pumps on. We'll get hydraulics on. Oh, that's off. We'll do A's and B's. For pushback here, we'll extend the flaps after our power back. Let's go ahead and release the brakes. Let's do ourselves a power back. That's not bad. That sounded pretty good. Let's do it from this view here. That definitely sounds way better on external. External is awesome. Much, much better than default. Listen to that spool down. That's good. I like that external. So what we need is default internals as of right now, and FTSim externals. We're off bus there, so we go ahead and shut off the APU before I forget. APU is coming down. Let's go ahead and extend flaps. What did we run? 15 or 5? Pre-flight takeoff speeds, we ran flaps 15, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3 clicks. Let's take a listen to the non-existent sounds. That's so lame. That makes me want to Alt F4. Not because it doesn't have flap sounds, because it had the best flap sounds in the sim and now they don't work. That's what makes me mad. They were so good and they've been broken for months. All right, flaps 15. Bomb Tech, thanks for the 10 months support, man. Someone should break into the FBI compound and record the sounds from the Lolita Express. It's just sitting there. Thanks for the $10 or 10 months support, man. Appreciate you. I agree with you, though. I agree with you. Let's go ahead and get our tiller cam online, sponsored by Cat 3 Design. Got the Boeing tiller. Absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm not sure my radio's working. Victorville traffic, Tiger 357, taxi 21. All right. Brakes are released. Taxi light is on. We'll get those before takeoff. My sound panels just fell down on my head. Oh, brother. Stand by. Oh, the lights are falling off. Technical difficulties. All right, kablamo. Oh, good night. Here we go. We got our taxi lights on. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Which way we gotta go? Right? Left. Donald Leddit, welcome back to Private Pilot, sir. Glad to have you on board. Aviator Nick, 27 months of support. Aviator Nick, appreciate you. It's been a while since I caught a stream live, but glad to hear for this one. Hope to set up my flight sim rig this weekend and get flying. Hey, Aviator Nick. About time we go back to New Zealand, do some New Zealand flying, my friend, huh? Why am I getting a takeoff config warning? Is trim not set? There we go. Yep, we're good. Yeah, I think we need to do some New Zealand ops. Where is 2-1? It's over here, isn't it? Inside sounds, I mean, not bad. The startup, though, definitely goes to... I wish I could keep the default start sounds. But not terrible. Definitely a little bit more enhanced. Flying Tigers, old livery? Oh, yeah, Donald, let it... This, yeah, the Flying Tigers, they had 7.4, 7.2... Constellation? Old school. Let's see, that is 2-1 there. Let's go ahead and let's go full length. So we'll go right and then left. We'll go for a little airport appreciation. This is the exometry, Victorville, VCV. Oh, look at that. Another 727 up there on the ramp. Ooh, an old FedEx. That's juicy. Yeah, Donald, this livery was, they definitely, they had, I want to say they had like 20s. They had more than just a handful of 727s. Zach's Firms, this is where a lot of planes came to be parked for COVID. Also, it's kind of like a mini graveyard for retiring airplanes as well. There's a big one, there's this one in Victorville, then there's a big one in Arizona. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank on it now. But yeah, there's a couple big airports like this where they just host airframes. Big logistical airport. Not Mojave. There is one in Mojave, but there's one down south by Tucson. It's right north of Tucson, I believe. But yeah, this is a pretty good little scenery. I like this. This could be our new freight hub. Alright, so let's think about our departure here. We'll do a flight director off takeoff. We're basically going to fly runway heading, which will be 2-1, which I can't set with my Bravo, which is almost game-breaking for me. Because this airplane is such a hands-on aircraft, to not be able to use a piece of hardware to manipulate the heading bug is unacceptable. So... yeah, heading bug doesn't work, but I bet you the course needle works. Yep, I can move my course needle, so I'll just move my course needle. I'll spin the course needle around to 2-1. Fresh to keep myself fresh. But yeah, that... yeah, that's just what I got. I'll save my comments when we get up and cruise. This looks pretty dang good, though. Look at this. Look at the panels coming apart here. Is that part of the texture, or is that just an update? The textures are looking great. Pinal, there you go. Yeah, Pinal. All right, we're going to hold short here, 2-1. I'm going to go ahead and just let the FO... Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to do it. We're going to do our own thing. We'll leave those off. We'll get these on. We're going to go TARA here. We'll get all of our lights on. We can do it all by ourselves. Wing logo, those are all on. That needs to come down. We're going to do flight ground just before takeoff. We'll go flight. I think it'll be fine if we do it now. Everything else is set. Let's go. Victorville traffic, Tiger 357 departing 2-1. Straight out, Victorville. So after takeoff, we'll do the after takeoff with him. Zero G at 1 o'clock. Yeah, look at that. Is that Team Vodka? That might be Team Vodka. He's on a ramp without the same scenery. Yeah, that's the 0G right there. MD-11. L10. Oh, no. MD-11's there and a 7.4. That's so cool. Yeah, that's Team Vodka holding short at 2-1. Oh, you're in an Amerijet? Oh, such a bummer that I can't see you. Yeah, Stratocast, this is the Boeing tiller from Cat 3 Designs. They are in stock, available for order. He's making them in the US of A now, so US customers have a greater discount on shipping. Also knocked down the price a little bit. Super, super high quality tiller. I've got both the Airbus and the Boeing tiller. And I just got, I mean, using the tiller, the Boeing tiller is a lot of fun. It's almost more fun than using the Airbus tiller, if I'm being honest with you, because it's like this big arm lever. But yeah, check them out, Cat 3 Design, linked in the description below. All right, chat, you ready? Let me try one more time. I don't know how I'm going to be able to rotate with this. I don't have, hold on, I'm going to have to fix my yoke situation there. I'm going to have to put a different profile on because this is just not... There we go, that's what I'll have to run, just like that. Cannot connect to simulation. Alright, we'll just go without it. Don't judge me. Here we go. Spool it up. Aviator Nick, yes, this clamp is provided from Cat 3 Design. Alright, let's take a listen outside as we spool them up. Alright, definitely better than default external. 2.1 on the EPR, that's what we got. We're set. Wow, look at this runway. Trippy. V1. Up we go. Oh, brother. My yoke's not working because it's not bound. Hold on. Hold on. I have to do... Sorry, Team Vodka. I got to change this because the yoke's not connected, so I got to go to the actual binding. Immersion. Broken. Moza yoke when? Moza yoke when? Where's 727? There we go. There we go. Positive rate, gear up. We'll pull out our after takeoff so it starts bugging the EPR speeds. We'll lower the nose, 10 degrees, 2.0 EPR, looking good. Through 170, flaps 5. Oh, I forgot to There you go. You can see my non-force feedback yoke doing non-force feedback things. Oops, that's not the yoke. There's the yoke. Now we should 15.5. I'm surprised we're not picking it up yet. We'll keep climbing. Flaps 2. Should have done the controls free and correct. Well, the only reason I didn't is because I know my force feedback is not connecting. So, oh well, it's no excuse. Should have still done it. All right, flaps coming up. After takeoff, checklist has been accomplished. Let's make sure we are in flight mode. We are in flight. Cabin is climbing. Coming up to 250 knots. Let me double check that frequency on my Navigraph. We should fly heading about 263 to get us towards Palm Day. Oh, 1555. 1555. There we go. There we go. We'll center up the needle. We'll proceed direct to 1555. Right turn, 250 knots. Let's bring it back to 1.8 now for our climb. So, I don't know, what do you think of the sounds internally? They're definitely more enhanced than the default. Default is very much of a whooshing sound, which I think might be in line, a little bit more in line with accuracy. Set the power here, one at a time. Speeding. That's alright, we're at 10,000 feet now. Yeah, I think they're a bit meh myself. I'm not, if I'm being completely honest with you. Descend the cabin, descend the cabin. Bleeds weren't set. Let's go ahead and stop the climb. Let's level 1-2, 12,000. We have a pressurization issue. Leveling 1-2, 12,000. Let's go ahead and engage the autopilot. Altitude hold. Let's see if we can fix this. Let's go back to full screen cam there. Alright, cabin's coming down. We're in flight mode, we're auto. Engine tune, APU bleed are closed, packs are on, those are open. So let's just maintain. There it is. Now she's back up to it. Horn cut out just above the right red placard. Oh, is that? Where's that? I should know that. Oh yeah, altitude horn cut out right there. Thank you. Good to know for the next one. I'm going to level here for, we're just going to maintain 12,000 for a couple more minutes. The sounds seem to lack some grunt. Yeah, I don't know. It's only engine sounds that are different. And I feel like I miss the default start sounds. We'll have to listen to it on external when we climb up again. I remember my biggest gripe though was that they were too quiet on the outside. Alright, 28 is set. Let's go ahead and do a manual climb. So let's go ahead and disengage. I'm going to pitch up and increase thrust. Here we go. So they changed the smoke too, which I think is much better than what it used to be. A little bit much of the power. Bring power down 1.98. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sold on them being JTA-D sounds either, Fly to Live. I might go back to default. I might go back to default. Let's see if we can pick up 16.1. We're not picking up 16.1 yet. Looks like we're going over the top of this VOR. Alright, let's see if we can help ourselves out here with a little autopilot. We're going to keep this heading. We're going to go heading. We're going to autopilot on, heading, select, IAS, hold. Alright, we just flew over the top of the VOR. After Palmdale, we need to be at about 273, which is basically what we're flying. So we could take course 273 outbound. We'll join up. Oh, we just picked up, you can see our Nav2 DME, our double needle over here, just picked it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and go active on 16.1. They fixed the lights down there, that's good. Alright, so now we'll go 16.1 active. Let's go V-low cold. Altitude hold off. And let's come back over here. Nav loc. Altitude arm. Through 18. Magic barrel ref has been set. 290902. We're tracking on our new VOR. Looking good. We're doing 320 knots. Power is good. Got to bump up number 2 here a little bit. If I can. No, she's already maxed out. Those EPR ratios seem off. That seems a little unattainable. We should be about 92%. Look at our N1s. I'm bringing the power back to 92%. It's a better climb power setting. Keep it in the green here. I don't know what power bug the flight engineer set. Those seem a little off. We're going 92%. 32 miles. Now we're looking all right. I guess we still have some wing lights on. Everything else looks good. All right. Now I can relax momentarily. Lucas Bunkton, thanks for the 30 rupee donation, man. Appreciate you. I won't shut up until you do some total cargo mail runs in Brazil. Total cargo. Lucas Bunkton. Who's Total Cargo? VASP? I'm not familiar with Total Cargo. I'm not sure what they look like. They fly 727s? We got to go back to Brazil, though. We got to get back to South America, do some South American flying. I'm trying to fall back in love with this airplane, but I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I'll tell you why here in a minute. But thanks again, Lucas, for the 30 rupee dono. Total Cargo operates 7.2 to this day. Really? Well, I'll look it up. If there's a livery, man, I'll look it up. I'll see. I'll throw it in the future list for our streams for sure. All right, everything looks good over there. System B pump is off. That's normal. Fuel is balanced. And doing balancing fuel things. Let's go back to Unicom 22.8 on the SATEC panel. That is set. Let's reset our INS here while we're at it. So we're going to Palmdale, which, if you remember, so I probably should wrote these down. Let's go back to our OFP. So waypoint 1, we're going to Gorman 2. So let's go waypoint change 02 insert. Distance 17 miles, track 284, which is pretty much what we're on, right? Yeah, that's true and not magnetic though, right? So so that is accurate. So after Gorman, waypoint 3 will be Pinoche. That's what we'll be looking for, Pinoche VOR. We'll get rid of the Navigraph. We might even try to INS it after we fly over the top here for me. All right, 25 thou for 2.8. Gosh, this livery is beautiful though. What's the max cruise for the 7.2? I want to say it's like 8.4, right? 8.3, 8.4, somewhere in there. They're retiring them soon, switching to the 7.3-400. Interesting, Lucas. There is a livery out for it. All right, I'll check it out. Catco, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, Flying Tigers, baby. Look at this livery, dude. This is probably one of the best liveries on here. The chrome, the dirt, I mean, that just looks so good. Yeah, I like the old school cockpit font. My first long flight in the 7.2 was from Atlanta to San Diego. Oh, man. With my grandparents. Sounds, though not great, bring back some good memories. Yes, VA Beach Pilot. It sure does, man. I almost flew the ATR today, but I kind of rage quit with the ATR. I have to get the Soundpack for it, and I struggle with the ATR because I never know if I'm making a mistake or if it's a bug. I know I fell in love with it for a while, but getting all my views and everything set back up, it's just, I ran out of patience. Okay, we're going to attempt to switch over to INS nav now. So, let's see what happens here. This should auto change to waypoint 3. Let's see if it goes to waypoint 3 here automatically.
1,000 to go.
FSX op soon. 1,000 to level off, check. I'm going to run up my auto throttle speed bug here, which is the red one. I should wait for version... McCallum, there's a version 2 for the ATR coming out? Really? Then I will definitely be waiting for that. I'm going to dial in about 8.2 Mach. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Waypoint 2 should go to waypoint 3. I don't think it's auto-changing. It's not auto-changing. Okay. So we're not auto-changing, so let's do waypoint change 03, insert. 144 mile. Desired track is 322 to the north. Let's go ahead and go aux nav. We can no longer, we don't really need this. We'll spin this heading bug around about 322. I'm going to move my course needle to 322 as well. Remember, we're not really going to be following a course. Matter of fact, I can set up the Pinoche VOR. We'll throw that in the standby here in a minute. I just want to see how the... They fixed the auto throttle engage. It doesn't do that crazy. Well, yeah, never mind, disregard. Well, it's coming back to slow down, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sold on the external. Listen to them up at altitude. It's just, yeah. I might go back to default. Alright, before we settle in here for our short cruise, let's double check. Pinoche. If I go to the map off of Gorman, we're looking for 12.6 down here in the nav radio. So let's dial in 12.6. I'll put you active. And then our standby, in case we get lost, Avenal 17.1. I'm also going to put you in there. And, put 16.2. 16.2. Nav 1 and 17.1 for our Avenal. I might keep Avenal primary just to see if we're picking that one up. Which we are. We're picking up the Avenal VOR. So I'll set that there. But we are tracking... we are tracking our regular nav, INS nav. Alright, all settled in. Let's go go ahead and reset the drone cam. Let's give ourselves a nice juicy view. And we're going to go into a little bit of a rant here. That looks pretty good. Navigraph's still on screen. There we go. Get rid of that. Turn the sim down a tad. Okay. So, let me get back to some of these chat messages. Catco says, I got a pair of Flying Tiger pilot wings. My dad used to trade his wings and collect them. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. We'll be mishearing the 7.2s on approach over your house. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any in the U.S. in a while, but I know they got them in South America for sure. Swim and climb. There's nothing in SimBrief where you can, like, set it to do VOR to VOR navigation, which would be a cool feature. I do it manually through SkyVector. I go on skyvector.com, I plan the route using traditional nav, and then I just copy and paste that into SimBrief. That's how I do it. So, this airplane, for some reason, it just... Let me back up. So when this airplane first came out, there were people that were all for it, myself included, and there were people that were adamantly against it because they don't have VNav in their E-Jet yet, right? And that they're waiting for that unfinished product. I got both sides of the argument. I understand both sides of the argument, and I don't think you can debate either one to be right or wrong. They're both right and they're both wrong. But myself, specifically towards the 727, I was very, very happy with the airplane that came out. Now, there was a few bugs right out of the gate that were squashed, I want to say within 1 or maybe 2 patches. Bugs were squashed. The airplane flew wonderfully. We flew it for, what, almost a week and a half, 2 weeks? I could not stop flying the 727. The only thing that I had negative to say about it was that the external sounds were too quiet. And that was pretty much it. And I think the drag in flaps 40 was off. Okay, fast forward to where we are now. This airplane's been constantly updated. Well, I don't even know what version we're on. It does get a lot of updates. However, I feel like this airplane has been in a steady decline since it came out. There's more bugs that pop up now more than ever. The heading bug, the LVARs changed. Like, I don't even know why you can't even fix that heading bug. That doesn't work. Flap sounds get erased. Issues with the INS, which we didn't have on this flight, but I had an issue on a test sector where the INS, you guys remember, we flew this airplane with SIVA, never had an issue with SIVA. It worked every single time, all the time. Auto sequencing worked. Everything worked. Now, I had a bug on my test sector. Team Vodka had a bug with his INS. Now, today he has a bug because he entered the wrong coordinates because he's Team Vodka. What do you expect? But fingers crossed, right now it's working. The auto sequencing does not appear to be working, but at least we're tracking in the right direction. So, but the thing is, it's like with every update that comes out, something else is breaking, and it's slowly going downhill. I'm like, why are they chasing all these little weird bugs that aren't really a big deal, and then by fixing these tiny off-the-wall issues, more stuff that ruins the experience of the 727 get broken. For instance, flap sounds, INS bug. Like, it just... I feel like if FSS could just, take a word of advice, is they just need to slow down, just stop pushing updates. They all need to just chill, and they need to get the airplane's fundamentals back in order. Now, they recently released a flight model update for this, and this is the newer flight model where it's more draggy at flaps 40, which I believe is verified by a real 7.2 guy that's flying this. He's in the Discord. He's actually been in the stream a couple times. So I do appreciate that they're working on that. I mean, flight model is a huge thing. So I'm curious to see how this approach and landing goes. I didn't get to do an approach and landing with this new flight model because my INS was bugged and I just rage quit. So there is some positives, but I feel like they just need to slow down. They need to get the airplane back to what it was doing consistently after like the first week it came out. No INS bugs. Get the flap sounds back and just chill for a minute. Make sure your flight model is tweaked, and then maybe slowly maybe don't push an update out for a while. Like test it thoroughly and then push an update out. Because I don't know why, but I feel like it's just it's either plateaued, maybe dipped down a little bit, kind of came back up, and it's just kind of been hovering. So it's such a good airplane. Like, it's so fun to fly, and this airplane can be top 5 in the sim. It can be. It just needs to get the basics back ironed out. Get your sound squared away. Get your main mode of navigation squared away, your INS. I understand why they do all the support for the TDS and GMS and PMS and GTN, XI, GPS. I get why they have to do that, but I also feel like that also might contribute to some issues. Uninstalling my TDS actually solved some of my autopilot issues. I don't know if they're linked. And I'm obviously one sample size, so I'm a very small sample size. But I had my TDS. It's TDS, right? The one that you buy. I believe I have the TDS one. I uninstalled that, and my autopilot seems to be working fine now. Like I said, I don't know if that's a link or not, but I feel like it could be. So I really want them to just slow down, polish what they have. Polish what they have first. Polish this airplane up like this Flying Tiger livery, and I'm telling you, this thing can be a top 5 airplane add-on. It's so much fun to fly. The model is stellar. Just look at it. Just beautiful model. I know they want to release the passenger version, right? So get this airplane nice and clean. Stop chasing, little weird sticky bugs here and there and breaking this and breaking that. Just get us back to a polished airplane. Important things first. And sounds. And sounds, I keep coming back to it, and maybe some of you don't agree with me, but I honestly believe that sounds in flight sim add-ons can really make or break that product. Right now, listening to this airplane here in cruise, I don't like these FT sim sounds. I'm going to uninstall them after this. I'll go back to default. And the default sounds on the 727, I think, are really good. They just need to get the external volume sounds up. They need to work on their externals. Their engine start, the default engine start sounds on this thing were phenomenal. The flap sounds, when they worked, 1 or 2 in the sim. I'd say it's right up there with the PMDG 777 flap sounds. Some of the best flap sounds in the sim. But now they don't exist. So those little things like that, come on. This airplane will be going way up there on my fly list. AJ Fernard, thanks for the $3 super chat, man. Imagine that, TDS causing issues, Orange Man banned. Jesus, AJ Fernari. Yeah, the TDS definitely caused some issues for me, though. Definitely caused some issues for me. Let me see where we are. Let's make sure we are not going to overfly our waypoint. 58 miles. Panoche was, what's Panoche vodka? 16.2. I'm going to put 16.2 on nav 1. We haven't picked it up yet. According to our INS, we're 57 miles away. It might be a low-class VOR, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll also have to take a look here at our descent because we don't have very much further to go. It is a shorter flight. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the approach chart here in just a minute because we can fly the whole approach from just the approach chart. JT8Ds are screamers on the outside? Yes, they are. That's what I'm saying. And I think if you guys remember, I mean, the default, it's 12.6 Team Vodka? For Panoche? Are you sure? Oh yeah, 12.6, thank you. We'll do 12.6. But yeah, the first time we started this airplane up on stream with the windows open, I mean, it was real life. Legitimately, it was real life. Wait, it's 16.2? Oh my gosh, I'm not listening to Team Vodka. He's confusing me. We'll look it up here. Delta Tango says artist designers are not always the best business or marketing managers, especially in smaller companies where a key person gets to make all the decisions. Yeah, Delta Tango, I hear you, man. I know, I guess A-Rot is off their off. He resigned from doing their Discord stuff too. But yeah, I'm just, that's where I'm at. I'm not, it doesn't make me resent my purchase, or well, I guess I didn't purchase this one, but I still don't think it's, you know, like, oh, it's not worth it. The 727 is my baby, man. The 727 and 319, and they both received updates which made them worse. We get a don't sink in the 319 that shouldn't play, that never played before. And we're missing flap sounds. We got a buggy INS in the 727. So, although fingers crossed right now, I think we're doing okay. So, that's my little spiel about this bird. But yeah, I'm definitely going back to default sounds because these FT sim sounds are meh. B1, have you seen the preview video for the Avro RJ from Just Flight? No, dude, I haven't yet, but I believe you, man. I believe they're going to be... Dude, I almost flew the F-28 today just because of the sounds. Almost flew the Fokker today just because of the sounds. But I wanted reverse, and I wanted a third engine. But yeah, swim and climb. I can't wait for that Avro RJ Professional, man. I can't wait for it. Gosh, this livery is so good. All right, hey, we're picking it up 38 miles, chat. So right now... Fingers crossed, everything seems to be working just fine. Let's go ahead and get our charts out for our approach. We'll get rid of Victorville. This is what we're looking at here, Oakland. After we come off of Pinoche, it's going to be the 301 radial. So I'm actually going to set course 301. No, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's get off of INS nav to make sure we can fly conventional again. So what we're going to do is we're going to do heading select. Let's go turn knob. Heading select is engaged. We'll go 307. Now we'll go nav loc. Loc mode is engaged. We'll go VLOC up here. This is good. This is working. See? We're green on green. Everything's looking good. All right. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right. We do need to calculate some descents here. Pinoche expected 240. Right now we're at 28,000. That's 4,000. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 miles from Pinoche. I suck at math and flying, so let's make it 15 miles from. We'll start down. 15 miles from, we're going to start down to 240, which is set in the altitude select window. Off of Pinoche, we're going to keep coming in. It's basically straight in for Oakland, and then let's load up the approaches in there. Oakland approach 10. No, ILS 12. Nope, we want to go the other way. ILS DME 28 right. Nope. ILS or localizer 30. Yes. That's what we got. See, this little... I mean, I love this. I love this. I definitely think this airplane can be top 5 add-on in sim. Definitely can be. We just need to polish it up a little bit. But fingers crossed, right now, barring the flap sounds being broken, everything has been working. Minus my yoke not connecting to the sim. But that may be a sim issue, so I'm not gonna hold that over the FSS umbrella. But right now, so far, we're looking good. Currently, I only regret purchasing my baby, the MD-11. Highest price of all, with many features still missing. Yes. McAllen, absolutely. Lucas, Mr. Rupee back there. Sorry, dude. Appreciate the 5 rupees. Would the 707 be any good, or should we even bother? Lucas, I'm going to get the 707 just because it's a 707, and I want to try it and test it out. Now, that's as long as it's not like some crazy price. Have they released a price for that 707? But I'm going to get it and check it out for you. So if you want to see it, stick around the channel. When it drops, I will pick it up. We'll stream it. I do not have high hopes. I think I saw Lauren. She commented that that she doesn't have high hopes for it. So I'm inclined to agree. There's our 12 miles. So let's go ahead and go out. Arm. IS hold, bring the power back a little. Oh, disengage the auto throttle. Thank you. Bring the power back, down we go. That's my fault there, we climbed. I have low expectations for it, but I could be wrong. McCallum, back to what you were saying though. Yes, the one airplane that I regret the absolute most purchasing is the MD-11. I absolutely regret every penny that I spent on the MD-11. It's an FSX aircraft. It reminds me of the Posky 777 in like a 7.5 cockpit. I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel like I downloaded a Posky airplane and I put it on an MD-11 cockpit and some light systems. So the biggest thing though with that MD-11 is the sounds, man. The sounds are just, they're so FSX-y that they just kills the whole immersion for me. It didn't bother me at first, but I even tried flying it. I actually loaded it up yesterday because I was going to stream it today. I have the whole MD-11 throttle set from Flight Sim, whatever it is, the one everyone buys on Etsy. I bought the whole MD-11 throttle pack, and I fire up that airplane and I just don't have any. It doesn't have any soul. I don't know why, man. I think a big part of it is the sounds. Hearing the standby altimeter or standby attitude indicator shaking over the wing view is just like, ugh. I just can't. All right, we need to be on course 301 inbound. We already passed the VOR. We were a little high there. All right, 301. Let's pull up our chart here. We're messing all this up here. Oakland, the next restriction is board at 10. Let's just keep, I tell you what, let's trickle down to 19 and then we'll deal with it from there. 301 on the course. We're going to keep trickling down. Oh no, outsell, engage, IS hold. There we go. Whee! Boxes don't bitch. Down we go. We'll turn up the sounds again. Yeah, outside sounds are super mid on the FT Sim, unfortunately. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I had better expectation. I should know better though. Go back to the rotate MD-11. I need to. I don't have X-Plane installed, man. I can't with X-Plane. I just can't, dude. I think X-Plane is dead to me. Especially with 24 on the horizon. Come on. Neil, yeah, you agree with me? I don't know how else to explain it. It's an oddly disappointing thing to fly. And I don't know why. I can speculate that it sounds, modeling, texturing. Texturing in the cockpit's good. Wing texture sucks. But, yeah. Of all the purchases I made for Microsoft, I almost want to say that the MD-11 might be my #1 regret of all the purchases. I'm trying to think if there was anything I bought that was egregiously awful. You know what? Everyone keeps talking about the MD-80. We're going to fly the Leonardo next. You know what? Let's get the Leonardo fired up for the next stream. What do you guys think? Mad Dog Ops? Let's go all in. Let's go VAAL, Mad Dog Ops. Maybe on Friday. We'll fly somewhere super busy and piss a lot of people off. I think we should do it. Second leg of the Mad Dog, I can't. I gotta go buy a new fishing rod. There was just an update for the Mad Dog? Really? Mad Dog GIF. I know, AJ. As soon as I said that, anytime I see Mad Dog, I think of Lauren and that Mad Dog GIF. Alright, let's see if we can actually get down, though, somewhat stable here. Board is in between at 10, which is, I tell you what, let's just go ahead and drop down to 10. It'll be juicy anyway. We'll go 10,000 feet. I'm going to bring the power back. I'm going to set 300. Power's coming way back. We're going to go outsell, IAS hold. Down we go. We'll do altitude horn cutout. Yeah, the, whoa. Why are we doing 6,000 feet a minute there? Let's get some power back in. G Loomis. How'd you know, Scott? Yeah, I'm an NRX Plus fanatic, dude. Actually, no, I'm actually going to be picking up an X-Bride. Shimano X-Bride. But yeah, the Loomis is my staple, and the Megabass P5. I'm a huge Megabass P5 fan. All right, we're 32 from. We're tracking down. We're looking good. Let's load in Oakland for DME. Let's put a 16.8 on nav2 for DME. I do like that they fixed this. That's good. We got DME from Oakland. We are about 60 miles out. We're flying the arrival down. We're down to 10,000 feet. The highest terrain in this area. I'm trying to see if there's any. No, that's 12, 24 turbo. Yeah, we're good. I just want to make sure we're not going to fly into any mountains. Let's do we don't need that. Let's do some landing calculations. We'll do a flaps 40. Calculate the weather. Go around as 2.0. VREF 122, 127 on the speeds. All right, that looks good to me. Sim is looking juicy. But yeah, see, I come to the outside view, and I just... My excitement for this flight just goes downhill. Gosh, this livery is so nice, though. Goodness, this livery is juicy. This might be my favorite livery. This might be that brushed metal. This is the best brushed metal I think I've seen. Is this not some of the best brushed metal you've seen? Say brushed metal 5 times fast. Dope. So we're going to do bare metal ops for sure. Mad Dog, bare metal ops. I ran a Shimano bike. Yeah, you know what, Lauren? My mom has a Shimano bike. Thomas Ray says, when the freeware scenery as well as a few of X-Plane ZDP tearware jet set design, it's going to look... Oh, hey, you know what? I actually saw your assets that were posted in the Discord. Hey, listen, Thomas Ray, I still... When I say X-Plane's dead to me, I say it's dead to me now, ... It's not dead forever. Because I know there's a lot of y'all working hard on some really cool things for X-Plane 12. So... I think I'll be more inclined maybe when 24 drops, then I can get rid of Microsoft 2020, and then I can just focus on 24 and X-Plane. I don't want to have 20, 2024, and then X-Plane. I just want 1 or 2 sims max. We're 13-1 for 10,000. We are going to do manual brakes as well. Let me get flight recorder up and ready. We might hand fly once we come to... Oh, we got a little bit of a cloud layer here. It's kind of interesting. Flight recorder is primed up and ready. I need the Bluebird 7.5 bare metal. Yes. Yes. Gosh, Bluebird. The one thing that's got me so excited for the Bluebird, even though it's a 757, that always gets me excited anyway. Boris Soundpack. You know the sounds are going to deliver. You know they're going to deliver. Imagine if the 727 had Boris Soundpack sounds. I don't know how you would get 727 sounds. I mean, I guess you could get creative, right? You could get some JT8D recordings, and if anybody's got to get creative with the sounds, I hope, I mean, Boris would be the one to be able to knock it out of the park. I have some older Loomis GLXs with Calcuttas I still haven't used. Yes, dude, Scott. So one of the... I used to have a Shimano Kumara. It used to be the rod line, Kumara. They had like the Gen 1. It was my absolute favorite jig rod ever. Then my dog bit it in half. Shimano refunded me, or didn't even refund it. They just exchanged it. They said, here, you have another one. Because it was under warranty or whatever. Even though I said it just broke, but I think my dog had actually... chewed on it a little bit. But they gave me a second Kumara, a Gen 2, and that was my favorite rod for forever. And then that one broke. That one was my fault. It broke. I had braid wrapped around the tip, and it snapped the tip off, and then they didn't make them anymore. Jeremy, I'm with you too, man. The MD-11, when I talk about the MD-11 and the MD-11 flight model isn't terrible with the updates. You know, it's kind of fixed a lot of the wonkiness that I had initially with that elevator system. So the flight model on the MD-11, when I say I regret the MD-11, it's not so much the flying part of it. It's everything else. It's the sounds. It's some of the areas of the texture. The cockpit's fine, but the wing view is and it lacks a soul. You know, lacks a soul. You get in the airplane. You get in an airplane like a 777. I feel like I got to pack my bags as we get ready to do a super long haul and fly the triple, which we are going to fly probably into this week too. I got a stream already set up for the 777. It's going to be an absolute juicer. So be on the lookout for that one. I only fire up X-Plane 12 for the Q4XP. Yeah, see, I need that Q4XP. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to proceed direct to Oakland VORTAC. We have to make up our own approach here. We're going to proceed direct to the Oakland VOR. And we need to get the loc out. We're going to have to vector ourselves. Localizer is 108.7. I love vectoring myself with a 727 and no glass. Send and maintain 6,000. Let's go autopilot off. I'm going to hand fly this thing in here. I'm going to hand fly flight directors off. We're going to punch through this cloud layer here. We're 30 miles out, so we'll be plenty stable. We could actually speed up a little bit. Digital Merc, imagine when we get that Q4XP or that we get the Majestic Q400 in Microsoft Flight Sim, dude. You talk about exciting, Digital Merc. Q4XP. Or, I keep saying Q400. Whew, buddy. Well, we're going to take it down to 6,000 feet. The final approach course is 296 on the loc, which we're already picking up. So let's go 108.7 active. Was it 296? Is that what I have tuned in? Yeah, 296. MTOW is at 2,000. We'll set 2 for juice. 2,000 is set. We're on an intercept heading. Let's go ahead and run a approach checklist. I really wish they were doing the Q300. Really, Mickey G? I wish they were doing what was the short dash trash that Air Wisconsin flew? No, not Air Wisconsin. Piedmont flew in Philly forever. Was that like a Q? Was that a Q300? Or was it de Havilland? Yeah, it was a 300. That was what Piedmont flew? No, not the 319 Cactus Bravo. Piedmont used to fly a dash trash up in the Northeast. That's all they flew was the dashes. Q200. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Warren. The short, real short ones. I almost get myself to buy that DH7, but every time I do, I slap myself and I don't pull the trigger. Right, I think we're potentially getting a little bit high. We're 10 miles out, 6,000. No, we'll be all right. We're above the slope, but all right. We'll get all our lights on. We'll get the rest of the lights on that the FO is not doing. We're on 22.8. Oakland traffic, Flying Tiger, correction, Oakland traffic, Tiger 357 on a 9-mile final, 20, 30. Yeah, out of Charlotte all-time VA pilot. Oh yeah, man. Being based in Philly, That's Hayward off the nose. No, that's Oakland off the nose. What? We screwed that up, chat. Full brakes. Gear down. Recording's on. If you can see it off the nose, you can land on it. Down we go. I thought that was Hayward off the nose. Dive and drive. That alert is because the speed brake is out with the flaps. We may have to go around. We got to be stable by 500. Flaps 40's coming in. We're actually close to being on speed. We may be all right. Look at that. Okay, so that's actually a testament to the 727 flight model. I like this new flight model with drag. Got to get that power in. Got to get that power in. We'll stall it. So that's actually pretty darn cool. 500 feet stable on speed, sinking 1,000. Dang. I'm impressed by that. I like the new drag changes.
300.
Like the new drag changes. Listen to the sounds on approach aren't bad. Definitely a little bit more enhanced. You can hear that whine pretty good.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh my gosh, are we down? I didn't even feel it. That might have been the butter of all butters. Whoa there with the center line control. I did not even feel that touchdown. Look at San Francisco on the horizon. Look at that. That's cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Open. Man, Sim is looking on fire today. Bomb Tech. All right, we are down. I didn't have the cam on that approach either, did I? That's 250 hour move. That's all right. We'll clear here. Look at this view right here. Look at these clouds. I mean, let's clean up the flaps. Zero flap sounds. Zero flap sounds. Gosh, that makes me so frustrated. Because I'm actually, I like the new drag model. Very good. 727 pilots always say if you see it off the nose, you can land on it. And we were down and stable. That wasn't even an Aerosucre approach. We were down and stable at 500. Flaps are coming up. We'll leave the lights on because we're going to watch that replay. I'm going to stop recording. One leg, one and done today. Quick flight. I got some things I got to take care of. But we'll take it into the ramp like this. I'm going to have to uninstall this Soundpack and maybe do some more streams in this in the future. Captain McGee, exactly. The flaps look good. That's what I'm saying. This airplane has so much potential, dude. So much potential. They just need to polish it up. Polish it up for me now. And we didn't have any INS bugs other than our auto sequence not working. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why my auto sequence isn't working. Was it because we were 0 to 2, 0 to 1? I should have been 1 to 2. What's it sound like with the window open? Some fresh air in here. Is the Moza base still worth it? Pixel therapy, yes. I love the Moza base, man. We're gonna be flying it with that again too soon. What I'm hoping for now is Moza to release a yoke. Come on, Moza. Force feedback yoke with interchangeable yoke handles. That wind wing yoke that got dropped looks very nice, but as much grief as my Brunner gives me with CLS to Sim connecting to the Sim platform, it's still the most superior thing out there. I can't go back to a spring-loaded yoke. But if Moza can drop, with their software, if they can drop a force feedback yoke, game changer. What I like, I don't think I've ever seen, we talked about that wind wing yoke, I don't think I've ever seen a Embraer style yoke in the sim before. I think that's really neat. Digital Merc, well, I'm gonna be testing that out here in a bit. So I know exactly what you're referring to with the trim release. What we're gonna do, Digital Merc, I gotta get it installed on this PC. It's on my other PC, but I'm gonna load up the Taog Hanger Huey, and we're gonna do some Moza Hueying. Unless you want me to check it in DCS first, I could check it in DCS. Ooh, that's a good herb. Alright, we're down. Let's close it up. I don't think Team Vodka made it, did he? The other 727. I don't think he made it. Alright, let's go into replay mode. Oh, he's on final? Let me connect as observer. See if I can find you on approach. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this. He flew the arrival and didn't space shuttle it? Well, he's also not streaming and talking to 100 people. Ain't nobody got time for that. So here are the flaps coming in, but it's completely mid because you can't even hear it. Gosh, look at that. Look at that dive and drive. That glassy water is a VFR pilot's nightmare. Look at that down there. Look at that. Down and stable at 500. Oh, there's that other 7-2. We'll be able to land and we'll watch his touchdown. We got to see this, though. This might have been the butter of all butters right here. Love that flaps 40.
200.
Hold it off, hold it off. Oh my goodness. And then we got a little squirrely there with the nose not coming down. That was pretty smooth. We'll have to do a drone cam flyover. Pause replay. Look at that, though. Nothing beats a 727. Come on. That 727 profile is just absolute fire. Another 727. He can't see me, though. We're in observer mode, so don't worry. I'm doing it on purpose here because I want to see his landing. Just kissed it on. Right just past 1,000 footers. A little bit turny there after touchdown. Couldn't really hold the center line too well. Lack of inertia, Microsoft 2020. How you doing? All right, let's see this other 727. He's on final. I'll pause it. I'll wind it. I'll wind mine back. I'll put mine out behind. Look at our profile compared to this guy. You can see the difference. We came in from way up there. All right, here's Team Vodka's approach. He's diving, driving. Yeah, I like 7.2 over the MD-80, man, for sure. I wish I could see his flaps. At least I get to see another 727, though. Oh, he's going for the butter. Ooh, little long. Ooh, that was pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth there, Team Vodka. All right, chat. I'm going to disconnect. That one was pretty good on his part. Guys, thank you for a last-minute stream here. I was just kind of messing around with the sim, getting some recorded stuff set up, and I was like, you know, I'm going to stream a 727. So I appreciate y'all tuning in last minute, late notice here for this quick stream. We're going to be back, though, later this week with some more stuff. We got 777, and then I think Friday, like I said, we're going to aim for MD-80. I think it's time we bust out the Mad Dog. We're going Max Juice, Bare Metal, American Airlines. We'll see how she's changed. When it first came out, I wasn't too impressed with how FSXy, a P3D porty it was. But a lot of people say it's gotten even better. And it's been probably a year since we flew it last. So I think we're due. Ooh, I don't know whose was smoother. I think we both had two really, really smooth landings. All right, I'm going to set this back on this side. Wind this back all the way. Short approach. Enjoy the approach and landing. Oh my gosh, Northern California looking good. The sim looks so good. I almost want to do another ring. Almost. All right, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm B1. Soup!